All right. Make
Test.
sure you guys are at the wrong. I can hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. All right. Just pinged you guys over to where you are in the facility. Um, turn that down a little bit. There we go. Okay. You guys, after all your adventures across the planet Verces, are deep in the black site facility of Eclipse Innovations. You guys successfully went through the elevator. You found out how many multiple floors there are. I believe your initial floor that you went to, I'll kind of zoom out so stream can see as well. You guys went all the way down to the floor with all the shadow hounds on it. That was level 3. And gotta rotate it so I can see the map better. There we go. Down there, you discovered cells with frozen bodies. You discovered rooms that are partially melting, it seems, into the plane of shadow. You found a room that clearly was for some kind of bloody experiments, as it was designed to be sluiced out, and there was still blood on the walls. After that realization, and you had knew about the first 3 rooms, you knew there was a secret 4th one, but couldn't find it at first. You guys decided to go back to the first floor via the elevator in this corner over here. You guys fought some augmented cyber zombies, for lack of a better word. They had surgical implements sewn into their arms, as well as a security patrol. As that fight was going on, the building has kind of gone into lockdown. You haven't seen any more patrols come through, but you're pretty confident that people are around somewhere. You have the codes to unlock any door you want up here. And I believe the most recent, literally recent room, excuse the pun, is you guys were in Kaon Reese's personal office. He revealed to you the existence of the 4th floor. He basically taunted you guys a lot. Some counter hacks were attempted, some regular hacks were attempted. You guys learned that there is a particle accelerator capable of massive amounts of planar energy somewhere down there. I believe you didn't get all the information out of him because he kind of effed off before you could. Finally saying, go ahead.
Coward.
Yeah. If the last thing so is patience, friends. You'll have the answers in good time. And his hologram that had popped up here vanished. You know that there are a few different doctors, probably some in the facility that you've been looking for. One of them is Dr. Ivry Kindor. That is the one who seemed to have purposefully trashed her own lab back at the other site of this company to stop whatever weird experiments they were doing. You also know that Dr. Gregant is supposedly somewhere in here. That was the one that the escort saw talking in a mirror to Kaon Reese and talking about pain and stuff like that. Alright, that's kind of general highlight of where we are. There's a lot of talk about, whether we should detonate a nuke in this place. No one's retrieved it yet, though, I don't think. And then Gixie is currently watching the ship up top on the ice floes. What are you guys doing? Hal, don't.
Well, I do think we ruled out the nukes.
Oh yeah, I think it's still an option. I just think you hadn't gotten it yet.
Yeah, I think we kind of ruled that out because it was we wanted to be a little more surgical, I guess. So we had assurance that we sealed it, the breach.
Yes, you were worried that whatever breach is letting in the Shadow Realm might not be sealed by, the nuke, and then it would just be buried under a bunch of rubble. How would you get that?
Yeah. Right.
Right. I believe you guys also heard some strange noises around these places. You did hear noises saying to get ready coming from the central chamber. And you guys would know that the central chamber. You guys know what all the rooms are now, but just to remind you, the center one is a medical lab. So a lot of rooms you still haven't been here on floor 1. You have the ability to go down to the 4th floor, should you want it. You haven't even been down to the 2nd floor yet, though. What's the move? Where's everybody going?
Well, it sounds like they're ready for us next door.
Did sound that way. Although I think you guys determined last time they wouldn't have a way, they wouldn't have a way to know that you guys can open any locked door that you want on this floor.
That sounds like a great opportunity to open the door and roll a grenade or two in the room.
I'm down
That
for
is
that.
true.
That's true.
You guys did see that these weird triple doors are they don't all open like a badly placed Minecraft door. Like one slides into the next one, slides into the next one. So basically, you have the option to open the sliding door like a third of the way, 2/3 of the way, all the way.
And there are other doors around, so we could also come at it from a
Oh yeah,
couple
there's
different sides.
2 regular doors on the east and west. There's another triple door to the north. There's all kinds of shit in here. All kinds of doors.
Grenade for each door.
Grenade through each door. Jesus Christ.
I'm down. I'll go take the door on the left.
I mean, it's possible.
That might be a little much. We don't want to destroy whatever computers or evidence is in the room, but
Aw. All right. Well, at least a couple.
sure.
Okay,
Check
so who of the couple? How many is a couple? Is it literally 2? Because I say a couple sometimes, and I know it's supposed to mean 2, but I mean more than 2, and then my friends are like, Ben, what are you doing? Couple means 2. I've had this argument with my dad a lot.
I think 2.
Okay, 2. Okay.
Flag feels as appropriate.
A flak number. Okay, so 2 grenades, it sounds like. Where are they being rolled from? And who's at what doors here?
Yeah, I'm on the west door.
Okay. Also, I'm drinking a Monster right now, and I haven't had a caffeinated drink in a week and a half, and I'm firing through the fucking roof.
Careful,
More,
man, careful.
more than I was prepared for. I went and got some water before the stream, so I gotta balance this out.
So right before we do this, I'll enable my cloaking field.
Makes sense. So activate cloaking. You guys all have the code on your data pad, so anyone who wants to can hit the button basically and open it up.
Before he disappears, Koss will cast Supercharged Weapon on whatever grenade he's gonna
Oh
throw.
my god. So how long does that last? Oh my god, it's just the next attack action it takes.
Yep.
So you can just cast that the night before. What the fuck? Oh, Starfinder, you wild. Okay, so you got a glowing grenade in your fucking hand. It's kind of being covered by the cloaking field, though. So, is someone else tossing a second grenade, and if so, from which door? And then if
I
not,
was thinking
okay, go ahead.
we just cover the other door, Not
Okay.
necessarily throw multiple grenades.
So 1 grenade's going in. Koss and MK and Zashi, are you guys piling up by this door, or are you spreading out?
Over by flak. If. Oh wait, where?
Okay.
Are we each taking a door?
I guess so. Everyone just started moving.
Alright.
Awesome.
Hell
I'm gonna
yeah.
pull my laser pistol and ready in action to shoot whoever comes out this door
Okay. So,
in the head, if they have a head.
Same with my new Gillid ice carbine that I'm really excited about.
that carbine is pretty sweet, admittedly. All right. So everyone's ready to open their door when Flack opens his, or when the grenade goes off.
I'm not opening mine if they come after getting a laser in the face.
Okay. Kostrazashi, you guys not opening yours, just waiting.
Koss will open the door and ready a door after Flack throws the grenade.
Okay, so grenade goes off, you go in with that. Sounds good. All right. If that is the case, gonna get this ready really quick. Okay, Tony. All right. So you open the door. I'm gonna read the description, and before you're basically like tossing him as the door opens. So Flack, I'm gonna ask you a question here.
Yeah.
Where are you planning to lob this grenade? Do you know the approximate shape of the room? Are we going like dead center, a little bit in front of you, other end? I think depending on where you put it, you kind of have like 3 zones basically.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and get it, I think, to just my side of the middle.
So like kind of like right here.
Like, yeah, kind of right in here.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's gonna matter for sure. So I'm gonna read you the description, and then I'm gonna put the people where they are. You hit the button, cloak's still up, the door starts to slide open. Gleaming white ceramic tiles, the floor and the walls of this lovely, spacious laboratory. 6 10-foot tall glass observation tanks displaying hideously transformed humanoids suspended in glowing blue liquid. The disfigured corpses are a patchwork of mismatched limbs, dissected abdomens, and extra rows of teeth set in impossible places. 3 stainless steel tables in the center of the room are equipped with metal restraints. To the west, a massive computer towers 8 feet tall, trailing wires and cables slick with blood directly into the shadows. So not plugged into the walls, plugged into the shadows. Standing in the exact center of the room, I'm going to make his image bigger so we can get a good fucking look at him, but basically right by the tables is none other than Dr. Ivry Kindor.
Looks fine.
You recognize him from his like staff photo when you guys searched the personnel at the last place, but you see his skin has gone pale. There are several black patches around his neck. His eyes are glassy, and he's pierced in several places by cables connected to cybernetic augmentations and tubes that are pumping blood throughout his body in lieu of his heart. Additionally to those, you see 2 swirling clouds of shadow. I'm going to put them where they are. Zoom in a little bit. You were right on the money cost. They're basically like fucking right. One's right there. Other one on the opposite side. And then I will shrink the doctor back down to his original spot. So what is the radius?
Oh, let's pull that because it's a Mark II.
Mark II frag, okay.
No, incendiary.
Oh, incendiary, sorry.
So the range 20 feet.
I assume the note 10-foot range is for radius.
Yeah, I think 20 foot is the throw, right?
Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah, so 10 foot. So 10 foot radius.
Oh, okay. So that makes a lot more sense. Okay, so that's not gonna get the other ball of shadow. It will get the shadow and Dr. Ivry. So that's gonna be 9 fire damage, then add an additional 2d6 from the supercharge that Koss put on it. You kind of toss it in. You cover back behind the door, knowing it's too late to direct any explosion away from Dr. Ivry, even if that was your intent. and a much bigger explosion goes off. Okay, so 14. Hell of a hit. All right. Excellent. Just checking a lot of Shadow Beasts. Okay, this one does not have any fire vulnerability. But it will take, doesn't have any resistance either, so it takes that full 14 damage. Dr. Ivry does. Call at this point after the grenade goes in, call you open your door. You can see that Dr. Ivry is looking pretty fucked up after that. He still seems kind of like just a guy with crazy augmentations. But what was the action you were readying? So the grenade goes off and you do that?
Just going to gore the closest thing. So, this shadow thing.
Got it. Okay. So you rush in to gore that one. Go ahead and make your attack roll. $23. Oh my god, hell of a gore. But I have something to see. This being is incorporeal. Are your horns in any way magic?
Not that I know of.
Whoosh! Your horns pass through the shadow.
Damn.
Alright, with that, we are going to roll initiative. Oh, come on now, roll 20. Keep it together. There we go. If you just click your token, it'll auto overwrite whatever your last roll is. Alright. Shadows. Kindor.
Cost with a natural 20.
Woof. Oh my god. Hell of a roll.
Love it.
11. Okay. And Dr. Kindor is a saint. Alrighty. I believe that.
Sorry, my
oh, sorry.
character is Roll20 is just being slow with my character sheet. I'm trying
No,
to
you're good. Roll20 I feel like has been, I don't know if they're doing some maintenance this week or something, but I feel like all my games had issues like that lately.
There we go. Come on.
But for now, just so we're okay. Oh my god.
Damn.
God
Okay.
damn, dude. I don't think like the highest initiative I've seen in like just any game of TTRPGs that I've played. I was about to say like, 26 is pretty high. We're probably fine to just get that going while Zashi rolls. But never mind, Zashi, that is you. Good God. Oh, and since you have the code, opening the door is just an object interaction, so you can do it for free as part of a movement.
Okay. It's not the kind of door you can kick in, right? It slides.
It's I mean, you could try, I guess. It would be very difficult. It's basically like these big steel plates on like floor and ceiling runners, so it would be pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I assume that you will observe the physics of the door.
Yeah, you don't need to roll for that.
Come over here, open the door, and the first thing I'm going to see is this doctor, right?
Correct.
Is this the one who trashed their own lab?
Yes, this is the one that tried to trash their own lab after seemingly being upset by experiments.
Okay. Can I just try to like knock him down or hold him?
You can, yes.
I imagine like if she could knock him down and then like point her gun at him and just be like, "Don't move."
Okay. This is going to be a straight, just athletics roll. This time for reasons.
Okay.
He seems to almost just not resist in any way. As you push him over, he just like slumps to the floor. Doesn't even make a noise. Just kind of staring vacantly back at you.
Can I talk to him, or have I done
You can try
too
to say.
much?
You can try to say something to him.
I'm just gonna be like, stay still. Who are you? Even though I think I know as long as what he says.
His eye, like his head, kind of turns towards your voice. The glassy eyes don't focus, and he manages to get out 2 words. He says, "Kill me."
Noted. I figured that's the
yeah.
end of my turn. So.
Yeah.
Well,
Flash, that's you.
Oh goodness. I probably didn't hear that, did I? I close enough to have heard that.
I'll say, oh, give me a perception check because I don't think it's entirely unreasonable. Yeah, I'd say you heard it.
Okay. And the creature that Koss went after that also got hit by the grenade is it looking like it's gonna attack Koss? Like it's aggressive?
Oh, for sure it is. There, you look at this and you get such a feeling of just like pure unease that you are extremely confident that it will attack you guys.
Okay, I'm going to shoot that guy.
I will say if you want to, you can make a. See, I think this is like what check is this? Go ahead and make your attack while I figure out what check this is.
Okay.
That will be a successful stealth for your trick attack.
24 hit?
24. Just double check. That will hit, yes. With the laser pistol. Damn.
That's good damage.
That is extremely devastating. Okay.
Love to see.
I would say if you want to try to figure out what they are, it'd probably be a mysticism check in this case.
Ooh.
But my god, I think. Wait, let's see. It's not bloodied yet, but that brought it incredibly close to bloodied in one shot. Cost. That's gonna be you. Also, I don't know why the turn order thing's not working, but oh well. Say love you.
So being that cost kind of went through the shadow creature.
Correct.
well,
Yes.
I can't stab it with a syringe. So trusty sword, and he will pull out. Actually, first he will turn on his combat tracking,
Okay.
and then swing with the sword.
Powers up. All right. Sword. Boom. Powers on. That'll also be a hit. Seems to do full damage. As it the light of the plasma sword seems to burn through the shadow. It is now bloody.
And then he'll just shout to MK, who he hasn't seen yet. Use energy. Energy is better. Don't touch it.
All right. So here's what's gonna happen, my guy. It's their turn now. He doesn't have to move, so he's gonna double attack you. The other one is going to 5-foot flow, I guess is a good word, over to Zashi, and is going to be able to double attack her as well. You guys immediately notice as lashes of their shadows move towards you, they're trying to hit you in the face. More specifically, they're trying to get in your mouth.
Don't like that.
Flack. That is going to be a 23 on the first one.
You mean Koss?
Cost, sorry, yes, cost. I didn't mean cost.
It misses. whichever key EAC or KAC it misses.
It's KAC technically, even though it is like shadowy. Okay, that one misses. The next one is 25.
Misses. K.
Damn. Okay.
There.
You guys got that
We
good
got the
armor.
armor upgrades.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Oh boy. First one is gonna miss on a natural 1. The second one, Zashi, is a nat 20. So you guys see the second hit on Zashi, punches her in the jaw, just inadvertently bodily reaction, mouth opens, the thing pours the smoke into her until it is entirely inside.
Gross.
This is gonna be. It's gonna deal you 18 damage just from the hit. Then the going inside of you does not take any more damage.
But I'm sure it's bad.
Oh, it's not great. You guys do see that like once it is inside Zashi, or at least probably Koss does, Zashi gets those telltale black splotches on her neck that Dr. Ivry had. Also, I am dumb. Sorry, it is EAC that it's targeting, not KAC, because it is a touch attack which targets EAC in this game.
Oh, if it's EAC, the second one hit.
It would have hit you. Okay.
Yes.
Not. It's gonna deal 9 damage, but it does not get to pile into you. That is Dr. Kindor. He does nothing. Lays on the floor. MK, that is you.
So, I'm trying to think of how to respond to what sounds like a possession. I guess I didn't see it, did I? Because this door is closed.
If you go inside, I mean, you could make a mysticism check. That would maybe let you recognize the symptoms. And you can see the other one. The other one's still in the open.
Yeah,
So
I
maybe you can
open the door with the gun drawn. And I guess I see Dr. What's-His-Name and Koss fighting the smoke monster. And yeah, I'll make a mysticism check.
Alright. That's pretty dang good. Okay. These are what are known as creeping shades. Almost like a weird inverse version of plants in the material plane. They're kind of like shadow plants in the plane of shadow. On a 29, you know about their ability to inhabit people on a really strong hit. You would also know that even if the person can't force them out of their body, they will grow gradually weaker. In this case, it'll bring them through the like healthy progression track, from healthy to weakened to impaired to confused to comatose, and then to an even deeper coma that is exceedingly difficult to get rid of.
So it sort of functions like a disease?
Correct, yes. That ability is called Gloom Spores.
Alright. So the smoke monster didn't disappear into Zashi. It's still there.
No, it disappeared. Oh, sorry, it's still on the map, but it is fully inside of her.
Okay.
I'll move it into the space that you guys can't see. But at the end of 29, you look over and you can see Zashi has those black splotches. And you would know that they are inhabited.
Alright. MK is going to rush up Frankenfurter and
Okay.
reach out a hand glowing with holy power and cast Remove Affliction on Zashi.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Remove impurities. If the target is a creature, in which case this is basically a diseased creature, make a caster level check. Versus, I believe, the DC. Oh, DC equals 4 plus the DC of the affliction. Oh, I was gonna say it was gonna be hard,
Yeah,
but
not great.
that'll do it. Your vines, like your veins, all the circuits bloom in purple light, and that light transfers into Zashi's veins. All the black splotches disappear. You can see your circulatory system flood with that light. The creature lets out this unearthly scream and is going to be ejected into the space next to her.
The power of Triune compels you.
Good God, that was... Didn't know you could do that? Very impressive.
Be gone, demon.
Any problems happen if it leaves? Okay, no, that's what that is. It just leaves. Well, it does something else, but it is not relevant in this situation. God, you got it out of her even before she had to make like the first save to against that disease.
Nice.
All right, back to Zashi.
Okay. What did Koss hit it with that worked? It was using its energy.
Yeah, Koss
Right.
hit it with the plasma sword, which is like a mix of fire and electricity. Flack hit it with the fire grenade, and then what? You had a laser pistol, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Which also does mechanically fire damage.
Okay, well, since it's right next to me, I'll use the Yellow Star Plasma Doshko that we just found.
Nice.
And I'm trying
Much
to
like
pull up.
Koss, like it ignite these like multiple beams of plasma to make an axe blade.
Awesome. And I forgot to put it in my stuff, so I will just use the pike.
The cryopike. Okay, so activate the cryopike. That is going to hit, and technically this cold damage, not physical, so that will hit it.
Sorry, I want to be using the Plasma Doshko. I
Oh,
just
it's still
don't have
plasma.
it in my items.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it would be the same roll. The plasma. Let me double check the yellow star.
Trying to pull it up, but internet.
Doshko. All right, the yellow star version is 2d10. And then plus your regular stuff. So for you, it's going to be 2d10 plus 14. Plasma. Boom. Yeah, just burns through this thing's shadowy body. That's not another like unearthly screech. And that is gonna full damage it, baby. Anything else, or to Flack?
Can I 5-foot step back because I don't want it to possess MK though.
You can if you want to. You take a guarded step and go backwards.
Nah, I'll stay where I am.
Okay. All right. In that case, Flack, that's you.
All right. I will take my stealth shot with my laser pistol. It was a 17 hit. And I'm hitting the one next to Koss.
17 does not hit. It manages to like disperse enough of its shadow molecules to go around it.
Okay. Back to my useless turn.
All right. Cost. It's back to you then.
Costs will go tit for tat with this shadow thing and full attack back.
Nice. Okay. Go for the double swings then.
Bad rolls.
Is it 20 and a 14? The 20 will hit though. So first one, you go for the double swings. A little over eager on the second swing, but first one deals the full damage. All right, that is back to these beasts. It super did not like MK's Holy Light of Triune. So I think it's gonna, the one down there is gonna double against MK. Oh, actually, no, it's not. It is going to take its first attack, and since he is wholly incapacitated, it is going to pour itself into the doctor's mouth, and then kind of in like jerking motions, like legs first, then torso, then arms, it stands up next to you, MK, and it's his mouth moves, and it's just like as if someone who's never used vocal cords before, just like, have to kill it before me. So it vanishes into the doctor. The doctor is going to use his last bits of strength as a alive person, despite all the augmetics, and try to force it from his body. Well, that fits the plot pretty well. That's a nat 1. He does not have the strength to force it out.
Womp womp.
MK, that is you. So 1 is inside the doctor. Doctor's already looking pretty injured and burned from the grenade, not to mention his many procedures. Then the other one is, it's bloody, it's below half over there.
So, does the doctor look like he wanted to have all these procedures, or
I guess, yeah, you were outside the room with a closed door, so you probably didn't hear the kill me. But I think, up to you what MK thinks, but they are very evidently very painful procedures. I will say that. But whether he was one of these weird shadow cult people that wants the pain, you didn't hear it yet. I will say, if you want to, give me a medicine check on him.
yeah, not my strong suit, but
Man, it looks like that really hurts. It's not a good time.
just need to go ahead and kill this man. That's MK's diagnosis.
That's his diagnosis.
Shit.
Ah, yes. Put the party in moral quandaries.
I guess MK is gonna, it worked so well last time. I guess I'm gonna hit Doc McStuffins with some remove affliction
Doc
again.
McStuffins. Okay. Well, if they had SR, if they had spell resistance, yeah, that would have definitely gotten through it. Holy fuck. But it is another cast level check to purge him. Oh my god. Immediately thrown out of the body. However, this time it is relevant because, unlike last time, he was not at full health anymore. When he comes back out, seemingly more shadow stuff comes out than what went in. And the doctor, if it's even possible, looks even worse. He tries to like grab at your lapels, MK. It's just like, do it.
Control yourself, Doctor.
Just like the full ignore it. Zashi, that is you.
Okay. So the shadow thing is out again, but now he's over there. Can I do my spring attack and run at him and then, I don't know, run out the other door? Doesn't say I have to run in a straight line, so can I like
You can do some
curve
zigzagging.
it?
Yeah. I mean, you're totally right. It does not specify a straight line.
Yeah.
Razzle dazzle.
Give him the old
So-
razzle-dazzle.
I would like to run up on him.
On the doctor or on the shadow behind him?
The shadow monster.
Okay, got it.
And then once I attack him with the Doshko, and then once I get to like here, I'll just pivot and go this way a little bit. I'm not right next to him.
Alrighty.
So attacking. And that, I guess you can tell me if that hits before I roll damage.
That will hit on the Plasma Doshko, yes. And that's the 2d12 plus 14 on this boy here.
I thought it was 10. Is that right?
I thought it... Let me double check.
If it's 12, I want it, but you know.
God, I like just tabbed away from it. Hold on. Did I just close it? I think I closed it. I'll look it up again.
I rolled 10 before, so.
It is 10. I was wrong.
Okay.
I take it back. Still a hefty hit. That seemed to burn away a lot of what was recovered from Dr. Ivory's body. So you kind of zigzag past him, go around to the other door. Do you want to like leave the room, or are you just kind of backing up a little bit?
I'm just backing up a little bit, leaving myself room to... Actually, I'll go one step further to do it again.
All right, go for it. Well, that row of squares is kind of blocked off by those tanks of weird humanoids suspended. But you could go like there or something, behind the lab console. Okay. Zashi's good. Flack. Oh, beautiful. Okay, that'll do.
Sorry, I just realized I was muted. All right. Laser pistol. 24.
24. That does hit EAC this time. Go ahead and add that flak damage on it. I assume this is on the one closest to you, so that's...
Yeah, the one by cost.
28 closest. Alright, this one is looking real bad. Like, what was a roiling mass of shadows, now these, like, collection of small wisps that are trying to maintain cohesion. Alright, in that case, cost.
Does a full attack have to be on one creature, or can I do one to each?
It can be one to each.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Okay, slice to the left, slice to the right. The energy of the plasma sword hums. And we'll see what we get. Same as last time, a hit and a miss, though. However, on the one hit, which is the one on the left first, your blade thrusts straight forward, and with the last, like, shriek, the final wisps dissipate off of that one. And it vanishes.
That's why I missed the second one. I got some shadow dust in mine.
Yeah, a little bit of whoosh. I mean, you probably got some fucking shadow dust when you tried to full headbutt it with your horns. Okay. The one over here is pretty desperate to get the heck out of dodge. And by that I mean into someone's body. So it is going to full attack costs. That was... Well, neither of those are going to be enough to get in, but... I mean, the lower one's like a 15, but the higher EAC is a 24.
24 is exactly what it is.
Okay, so it's a miss and a hit, but doesn't get to possess you or anything. That is going to be an additional 12 damage. Shadow kind of curls up like a spring and then boom, lashes out at you. Dr. Ivry is going to attempt to basically grapple MK and start begging him. I'm going to roll this publicly on roll 20 because he literally would need a nat 20 to pull this off. He does not. You brush him away like a loose autumn leaf. MK, that's you.
Seeing the doctor in this frenzied state, MK drops his laser pistol and, as a move action, draws his needler pistol.
Ooh, interesting.
And he's going to say to the doctor, in
I'm gonna say
Shadow Tongue. He's gonna say, if you want it, you can have it. And he shoots him square in the chest with the needler pistol.
Roll to hit. It's gonna be pretty easy. Oh, this is the... Okay, so...
Oh wait, that's what...
And then go to fields. Yeah, the kind of gas launches this needle towards him. Are you trying to heal him?
Yeah, it's loaded with a Mark 1 healing serum.
Okay. He was at death's door. He goes up some as well. He looks briefly excited and then... Wait. No, it's not enough. Zashi.
MK laughs mechanically.
Ha ha ha.
I want to spring attack at the shadow monster again. So I will run up on him, take a swing. Don't know if that hits.
That will not hit.
Alright. Well, I end up over, I guess, here.
Take a swing, do a couple like backhand springs over. He remains alive. Flack.
Okay. I'm gonna try to shoot him.
Yeah, like as Zashi's flipping through the air, because technically all turns happen at once in the real world, you like boom, squeeze off a shot before she can touch down in front of you. That will do it. Alright, this thing is almost at bloodied. Costs. That is you. Custom.
That was a misclick. Ignore that.
Okay, I was like reading through. I was like, how is a custom micro lab relevant here?
I was waiting to hear what the shenanigans were going to be.
I know, it's like so many paragraphs too. I was like, fuck, there's got to be shenanigans in there somewhere.
Yeah, no, not useful in this moment.
Okay, fair enough.
His cops showing off his cool stuff.
Yeah.
So, can I have seen MK heal the doctor?
Yeah, I don't think it was super hard to see it.
Okay. So the custom microlab is going to come into effect because Cost will move over to the
Oh my
doctor,
god. Yeah.
and he will use his last use of field dressing for the day to heal. It says damage, but it's healing.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, how would that be? I guess you could like strangle him with it. You run over with like a burning plasma sword and like these extremely sharp horns, glowing red eyes, and he seems very surprised that you start to bandage up more wounds. All right, that will put him back at max health. Spoiler: didn't have a lot of health to start with. Okay, this thing. Its sole purpose as an entity is to try to feed, so it is going to keep attacking. It has honestly sucked a lot of life and like meaning out of Dr. Ivory, so it's not exactly a tasty meal. It's going to go 1 on cost, 1 on MK. All right, MK, that is going to be a 22 on EAC.
That is a miss.
And then cost, that is a 18 on EAC, as you both, with your various forms. Are you wearing like that like floating armor now, MK? Is that what you have? Who has that?
Say again? What was it?
Someone has like that crazy chainmail that's like chainmail, but it's not linked. It's like suspended by force fields.
Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Black.
Flax got that one. But your 2 armor is also extremely good. This thing cannot get a blow on you. Dr. Ivory, I think, is going to full sit down. Oh, that's right. You have the D-Suit Mark III. Just like this, kind of jumpsuit looking thing for space flight, but just it's got a lot of like ribbed parts to it with like metal inside. Very sturdy. Okay. He is going to spend his whole turn sitting down on the floor with his head in his hands. MK, that's you.
Alright, looks like this thing almost puts blood in.
Alright.
So MK is going to go with the old reliable shooting star.
It's fair. It is all reliable.
As a full attack action.
So 3d4 plus 3, I believe. If I recall. Yes, okay. These bolts, again, when you do it, it kind of like forms those like triune overlapping circles, and like a bolt comes out of each one. And as they slam into him, he is now below bloodied. Brings us to Zashi, still wielding the plasma. Plasma? The plasma Doshko. It's weird to go from an S sound to an SH on the next word.
Yeah. Doing the same thing. Because it worked the other time. Okay, maybe now. Some over here.
That's Dutch for plasma. Awful. That does hit again. Go ahead and roll the 2d10 plus 14. It's like, just keep flipping. Like, you're like jumping off tables. That one, like, you jump off a metal gurney and just, it goes straight through center mass of the smoke. It was just below bloodied. That dropped it extremely low with 32.
Awesome.
Truly making use of as much space as you can in this narrow room. Flack.
Alright. See if I can take this guy out.
There's potential.
49 on the stealth.
That'll do.
Sort of pistol. 30.
Oh. Oh my goodness. At 31 damage, you level the pistol, concentrate as you see the smoke trying to reform into a central mass after Zashi cut it in half. And as it does that, you just incinerate the last few shadows. With that, we are out of combat.
Nurse.
Everyone's gonna get 2,400 experience.
Nice.
And you're left in a room full of a lot of medical equipment, if you want to explore. And then Dr. Kindor is just sitting cross-legged, hands in lap, just staring at the fucking door panel a few inches in front of him.
Hey, we managed not to kill the person we want to talk to. Zashi's excited
Not
about
over yet.
that. I mean, not before we talk to him anyway.
I guess I'll take a look around this room.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Let's look around. 2,400, yes.
Got it.
That is correctamundo. 32, not bad at all. So first things first, just look around the room. You find some of the immediately available items that would actually help you guys. There are 2 doses of Tier 2 analgesic, 4 Mark 3 serums of healing, 2 serums of 2 serums of enhancement, scientist. Believe that temporarily ups intelligence if I remember correctly. And 2 serums of sensate, which I believe that one is the one that ups wisdom temporarily. And then, also there are 4 doses of spray flesh.
Wow.
Basically, if anyone knows about biofoam from Halo, sorry to reference Halo so much, but I got a fucking tattoo. I love it. It's like a kind of biofoam that basically fills like a gap wound and kind of, is this neutral biomass that goes in there. This allows you to treat deadly wounds on a creature that's already received its limit of treat deadly wounds for the day. Additionally, if you succeed at a good enough medical check, you can when you spend the resolve point to do a 10-minute rest, you can have like an auto success of treating deadly wounds. Worst comes to worst, it also acts as a med patch item if you're not trained in medicine. And then I can drop the serums handout in a second. It ups intelligence-based skills. Okay, so this is the science one, and this is the sensate one. It also allows you to attempt those checks untrained. So if you're not much of a scientist, for a little bit you'll be trained in computers, engineering, and physical science. Or if you want the sensate one, you'll be temporarily trained in life science and mysticism.
Well, that could be handy.
Yeah, that's neat.
And then if those who don't remember, analgesics are to dull the sensation of pain. If you take one, you're flat-footed for 2 rounds, but then for the next 20 minutes, you get +2 on saving throws against pain effects. Pretty essential in a lab like this.
Might be nice to hit the doctor with one of those before we start asking him questions.
Yeah, if you want to use one of them, you absolutely can.
Or actually, I'd have a Mark 1 who would use the Mark 1 and save the Mark 2 for us.
Okay. You kind of take out a auto-injector, jab it in his shoulder. You see probably for the first time since you guys have been in here, his body briefly, relaxes. But
Can
he
I
doesn't...
start
Go ahead.
slowly and cautiously trying to remove some of the whatever, cables are attached to his flesh.
As you do, since you're directly examining him, it's very low DC. You can make a medicine check to see how one would go about doing that.
Can I help him?
Yeah,
Please.
you can either make your own or system. Your call. 15 would actually do it.
Oh, okay.
It's not
Okay,
bad.
cool. Got it.
Started yanking shit.
These external tubes are pumping blood through him instead of his veins. They're hooked up to a power source at the back. He doesn't have a heart anymore. Basically just like intravenously induced blood from the pack. So if you unplug this, there would be like no blood circulating at all.
Sounds like he needs that.
Glad I hit that check. Jesus.
It's a bad. If you guys haven't figured it out, it's a bad fucking time in this place.
My God, do I see anything in the room that looks like a heart?
I mean, there's all the abominations in the tanks.
Oh,
They might have some spare
Are they
organs.
alive?
You're just gonna pop it back in?
I don't know.
It's not a battery,
even trying
okay?
to-
It's
Give
not.
me a life science check on the ones in the tubes.
If he were an android, I could just pop it back in. Then Kid pops his own battery out. Pops it back in.
Jesus. Okay, costs. No, they are not alive. The bodies are basically being held in this like suspension fluid for the purposes of more experimentation. It's basically keeping the organs from completely disintegrating and rotting, but for all intents and purposes, no, they are not alive. But there are all sorts of things. There's humans on display here, Verthanis, Shirans. Lots of different types of organs. So, I mean, hey, if you guys want to perform some open heart surgery, it's possible.
Not my forte.
Are you trying to see? Oh, detect. Sorry, I thought it said deflect affliction. I was like, what does that mean? Are you trying to see if he's afflicted or if they are afflicted, like the bodies in there?
Everything.
Well, I guess I think you can have it last for a little bit there. Okay. You would first of all determine which bodies are safe enough that you could use parts of them with that check. You realize also that Dr. Ivry has basically been so many times repeatedly inhabited by the creeping shades that even though it's been a while since they inhabited him, he's in this weird middle ground between confused and comatose. He's like barely holding it together. So basically, you can kind of tell the gloom spores are still affecting him.
He'll look at everybody. Just, should we try the heart surgery or should we just wait till he's together?
I mean, we can try, I don't think we should try replacing his heart, but we can try to talk to him about, what's been going on. Are maybe the computers in here have some kind of research records or something that might tell us what they were doing?
Yeah, you could try to. There's like that big 8-foot tall computer in the corner.
Attack it.
Okay,
Go for it.
Confusedly.
Get that hat going.
Should we take one of those enhancement thingies? Yeah, that's what's... Who wants to have
Okay.
There you go.
Cost that is not an assist. Flack's close if anyone else wants to assist him. or if anyone can.
What is it we're trying to do? Computers?
Yeah, hack the big computer.
Hack the Gibson, man.
Even if you don't have a hacker's kit, you can give him an assist because he's the one that's actually hacking.
Is that a...
It's just a
I don't
computer
even know
check.
if I have that. Oh yeah, I don't have any ranks in it.
I think I can use it on trade. Oh, well.
Oh, it might not be untrained, yeah. Oh, but MK can tag in there. That's fine. Okay. So unlike some of the other ones you've been in here, there's not like particular sections like we've seen on other computers. But you would be able to tell they've been doing a lot of research on introducing like shadow plane things to material plane bodies. There's been research on you can tell you know that you already guys already knew that Verthanis on Verces are like very good at augmentations, have a lot of unique augmentations. It looks like they've been trying to take those unique blueprints and like kind of corrupt them farther. A lot of them have gone into Dr. Ivry. Dr. Ivry is, if this computer is to be believed, almost like an undead at this point. There is necromantic forces helping keep him alive through that set of equipment. It's got a little bit of natural health left, but for all intensive purposes, he's not really human anymore. I would also say with those checks, with the computer files, you would know you would need to be making like multiple surgeries that are extremely difficult to return this man to his full capacity. And that's not even accounting for the remaining like affliction of the gloom spores that are inside of him.
Leave this guy for the professionals.
Yeah, he sounds beyond our ability to heal entirely.
All right.
Even with magic.
I'd say you guys had to secure him, but you can tell he's not going anywhere.
I mean, can we still try to talk to him?
Yeah, you guys can try to talk to him. You just having the surgery stuff might not be working here. Seems like he's still under the effects of the analgesic, so he's not feeling as much pain.
How long have you been here, Doctor?
Hard to say. Months, likely. Feels like forever.
Who's Dr. Gregant?
You see he kind of like stiffens up at that. Dr. Gregant is an abomination. She whispers to Kaon Reese, organizes experiments. I don't know why she does what she does, but I do know that it brings her some sick pleasure.
Is she here?
Hard to say. It's been a long time since she's been in this lab. If she is here, she would be below.
What happened to your office?
It was
Did you...
wrong. I broke it. You see like a little bit, not a lot, but like a little bit of, passion kind of comes back to him. He's just like, they wanted me to expand the implants. They were just for productivity, not to turn them into biomechanical slaves. It was wrong. But I did not get away clean. It hadn't even been a day before Kaon's men took me here.
Is Kaon Reese here?
You guys don't know that Keanu Reeves here. He told you guys he's basically hanging out below as like a fucking as a taunt.
I thought he was hiding somewhere else.
I mean, barely hiding. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't know his exact position in the lower levels, but he's down there. At least he said he was. Whether that is true remains to be seen.
Is there anyone else who perhaps isn't quite as far along in the process as you are? Any other subjects who haven't been as harmed by this?
Kind of frowns at that. If anyone has not been tainted yet, they'd be in the professional development department.
Is that on this floor or down below?
Below, easy to see, room of many desks, chairs. Keep living. I do not. He turns to Costa. He's like, the pain has receded for now, as is the madness. I don't know that I'll ever be better. And if I am not to be better, then I would prefer the release to go to the Lady of Graves and be judged in the boneyard. Perhaps my deeds will be enough to redeem me.
Do you have any family or anyone you want us to tell what happened to you?
He shakes his head. My life was my work. No time for friends, and any family is long gone. What little work I have left on the material has been corrupted and twisted by Gregant and Reese. There is nothing left. You see, he taps his forehead. It gets in your head. You can't drown it out. The signal, always there, always at the back of your mind. You can't stop it, merely delay it. Kind of looks up at all of you and like eyes focused for the first time the whole conversation. It's only a matter of time.
Is there anything we should know? We're trying to stop Dr. Gagant.
Somewhere in the facility, there has to be a broadcast room. Please, destroy it If the app goes live, the signal, it'll be too strong.
We will.
Good.
MK reaches out and places his hand on Dr. Avery's head and says, "Only the Lady of Mysteries can judge your soul, but I hope that Triune speeds you on your way to her." And then just steps back.
Alright. As you do that, he kind of, the smallest twitch of a smile, the corner of his mouth. He says, "Praise the All Code."
MK nods grimly at it.
You are a priest of Triune.
I am.
I would prefer it be you. Send me on my way. Just shut off the machine. Kind of like shakily indicates like the pack on his back over there.
MK looks at everyone else, sort of trying to see if everyone is on board.
Now she was in the process of taking her knife out to hand it to MK, and she just puts it back.
Jesus. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, oh, you got it. You're fine.
MK just kind of embraces him and reaches behind and flips the switch on the apparatus on his back.
There's a few seconds as the blood circulation slows, and then lets out. And you feel whatever remains of this man's soul passes.
And
Dr.
kind of
Avery.
lays him on the floor.
Yeah.
Heavy.
It's a hard time.
I suggest we find this chaotic Reese and rid the plane of him.
Agreed.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. Where are you guys going?
Well, we definitely need to find that transmitter.
But we are finding really good stuff in like every room we clear.
Yeah, no, we gotta clear every room, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, video game logic does
Yeah.
does come back here.
Clear the whole level. You'll miss something you need.
What are we gonna do? Not be completionists? Come on.
Gotta get those badges.
So rough. It's like, yeah, we gotta get down there, but it could be loot.
Well, we need every advantage in the fight against.
I mean,
such
you are
rampant
not wrong.
evil.
Yeah.
So just to kind of remind you guys of some of this stuff here, a lot of these rooms are just offices, which you can kind of ignore. That was all of these ones down here, except for Kaon's office. You would know the other locations from that hack you did earlier. The room over here that I'm pinging, that is supposed to be the armor research lab.
Oh.
And then kind of going up the right-hand side, these two rooms on the right, all the way to the east, those are pharmaceutical labs. Or sorry, psychological labs, not pharmaceutical. There's a maintenance room above that. A maintenance room is the smallest one, as you might imagine, over here. All four of the biggest rooms on the top, those are all just like extra laboratories. The biggest room, these are also like mini laboratories, these two in front of them. Biggest room on the left is the security center. Bottom one, that is Where is it? That is the operating theater. And then the one next to that, this weird thing with the pods, that is the experimental station. So that was a lot. Feel free to ask if you forget. But some highlights: there's psychology labs, armor lab, spare laboratories, maintenance, security room, operating room, research room, or I guess like experimentation room.
I think MK is probably most interested in the psychology labs, but
Okay.
I can also check that armor lab out for.
Yeah, the armor's kind of on the way. It's this one down here, and then the two on the east side are the psychology ones.
Let's do it.
Great.
Back.
I was gonna say make a check, but you are able to pop that open, no problem. I'll read the description in just a second. Okay, there we go. I was wondering why that wasn't popping up, but now it is there. Okay, so you guys head into the armor research lab. Sheets of transparent material are stacked in the southwest corner, while two metal tables to the north and south display incomplete suits of armor crafted from the same material. A translucent suit streaked with red and purple markings is suspended in a display case in the eastern wall. And I'm going to give you guys a handout of what it looks like.
There's skin in that.
Interesting.
You see that it is labeled Light Experimental Neural Interface Exosuit.
Is it evil?
Can anyone detect evil?
I can detect magic. I don't think there is a detect evil in Starfighter.
Yeah, actually, I was just like looking. I was like, I don't think there actually is one.
Is it magic?
Neural interface. So somehow interfaces with your sort of your body.
Yeah.
Zoshi doesn't want anything from this lab interfacing with her body.
Hey, fair enough.
That's fair.
I would say
Already
you can
been
make
there.
you could make an engineering check and
Yeah.
see like what this thing does. Kind of look at the statistics of it. Oh my god!
Ooh.
What a time for a nat 20. Okay. The Light Experimental Neural Interface Exosuit is a 12th level suit of armor that provides plus 14 armor bonus to both EAC and KAC. It has a max dexterity bonus of plus 8 and no armor check penalty. It has
Wow.
4 upgrade slots, 3 of which are already full. The first one is a targeting computer with an artificial personality, a force pack, and an a Mark II thermal capacitor. Additionally, tabbed away from it for a second. The hybrid armor molds perfectly to your shape, regardless of body type and size. The armor's artificial personality unit monitors your vital signs and informs you if you are ever diseased, poisoned, or exposed to radiation.
Wow.
Yeah. Jesus. What's the EAC KAC? Damn.
Well, that was really sweet right up until the end there. Yeah.
Shit. Might be worth it.
I would recommend taking it off at night.
Yeah, that's Cos has the right idea. Just take the. I mean, that plus 14 is still nice, but. Does it have to be. Does it have to be hit point damage, or can it just be stamina damage? Yeah.
Take it.
Maybe can be tempted. I feel like I get hit a lot. It could be good to have. Taking damage anyway.
It just says some damage, so I mean, you could like, you know.
It's a hazard, so literally. I'm gonna take it.
Well, yeah, we'll take it, but is somebody gonna put it on?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on. I'll take out the gravity jetpack upgrade because I don't need that. Yeah, I can fly anyways. I mean, I guess you can't be able to fly too much, but it's not like they stack. Yeah. Fucking Lenny. Tell me about the rabbits, Lenny. Nothing.
Yeah, I guess we better. Let's look around.
$28. Can't touch this.
Aw.
Ooh, stay away from home. Well, oh my god.
Wow.
Yikes. Is that 11?
I think that makes us level 11, doesn't it?
11.
No, does it?
Cost and I had the same number.
Ring a ding ding.
How much do we have, or what do we need? Before that one. Yeah. Yeah! Okay.
I think all cats are
Yes.
the same. Move on to the next.
As you do.
Okay. I'd like to check their pockets.
Just look behind him.
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Look at that. Another nat 20.
Damn.
Oh. I relay that to the group, and I don't know what to do with these guys. I guess we don't have to kill them, but I feel like I want to.
I mean, are they gonna turn on us the second that we try to touch any other stuff?
I just think they're harmless, and maybe we just ignore them. But I mean, they're not harmless. They're geeky.
Yeah, but they're not hurting anyone actively, and they're not a threat to us. And this whole place is probably going up in smoke by the time we're done, so...
Alright. Let's move on to the next room. Yeah.
Test. Okay, there we go. That should be my voice as well now. Excellent. Do. Alright, back to what we were doing. Okay, so you're going to the top northeast room. That is just some of the empty laboratories. If you want, you guys can make just a general perception check across the empty laboratories, see if you find anything.
Now, see, roll 20.
What the
What is happening?
That's a... I wonder if it is roll 20 being weird, because that's a 1 in 8,000 chance.
Very suspicious.
Yeah, goodness gracious. That is very wild. Ay. Tech problems have been very annoying this week. Alright, but yeah, I mean, 36 on perception. Not a lot of use, but you do find 2 orbs of strange black glass. If you want to make a mysticism check on them. These are 2 shadow orbs. You see that they, when held, they will extend tendrils of darkness that capture nearby light. The light level within 20-foot radius of you decreases by 1 step, and lasers fired at you bend toward the orb. That gives lasers a +1 bonus to hit you, but it also gives you 5 fire resistance.
That's right, I remember this.
Indeed. Indeed. All right. Okay. Well, my voice seems to be working on the stream now, so that was weird, but hopefully it wasn't doing that for too long. Otherwise, the video will be very weird. It'll be just you guys reacting to nothing. Okay. So that was all them. Maintenance room is unique in and of itself. The 2 other ones to the left of the maintenance room, I'll save you some time. It's really just storage areas, nothing of good use in there.
Alright. See what we can do in this west room here.
Okay, so that is our security room. It did have the guards in it, but you already killed them. As you enter, you see 2 large screens along the western wall of this darkened room glow with sickly green light. Each screen is divided into dozens of individual squares, broadcasting live security recordings from around the complex. Some of the feeds show scientists bent over strange machines or operation tables, while others display simply blackness. There is a black metal locker standing in the eastern corner.
Well, I will check the locker.
All right. Okay, my friend watching said that audio seems fine now, just you guys are a little quiet, so I'm going to bring you guys up a little bit.
Get those levels.
Yeah. Eventually I'll get like an actual physical mixing station, but that's money, man. Who knows?
Yeah, those things are expensive.
All right, so in the locker, it is locked, but the black key card will get you into it.
Okay.
Nothing too exceptional. An ultra capacity battery. Those have, I believe, 100 charges before emptying. 30 small arm rounds. But there are also 2 Mark III flash grenades.
Well.
Hello.
Indeed.
Pretty. You say 40 rounds?
30 rounds, yes. If you guys are looking at all these security feeds, they're also going to be labeled to different rooms with like letters and numbers. Go ahead and give me a perception check. This is a lot of feeds live at once. Nothing super exceptional jumps out. Same to you, MK.
So from here, can we see the lower levels that we haven't been in?
Yeah, you can see some of them. So you can see, we'll start in level 2. The first thing you see are hallways. These are labeled observation areas, and they surround the professional development department that you guys heard about from the now deceased doctor. In the room are mundane office cubicles occupied by a mix of human and Verthani employees. Any exposed part of flesh, so arms, feet, necks, face, head, are just plastered with electrodes, the wires attached to individual computers placed in front of them. Some of them appear to be unconscious. Some of them appear to be covered in slash wounds. Some of them appear to have been whipped, perhaps self-whipped, judging by the angle. To the south, you see 2 robotic arms suspended above rows of operating tables with more people, presumably employees, laid out on top. You see the machines descend, and you quickly understand how the Verthani you guys killed in that big computer room got the blades surgically implanted into them. It seems to be happening to most of the employees.
Okay. So that's all we can see of the second floor?
That is anything else? Let's see. You'd be able to see a few more rooms. One big, and then one is just a maintenance room to the side of it. But you see a bright lit room full of black ceramic tile. There's a beautiful polished wooden table in the room's center, and it's surrounded by lights, cameras, microphones, positioned to capture input from every available seat, though the area is currently deserted. These screens, 3 screens to the northeast, display a mirror image of this tableau. To the southeast, a glass partition separates the seating area from a massive black console. This would appear to be the broadcast studio.
That's what we're looking for, right?
Yes, that is everything on the second level. The third level, is all the cameras are covered in murky shadow. That's where you guys locked up the shadow hounds before. So you can't really see anything down there. And then the 4th level is like not even listed. You know, it's supposed to be hidden. It's not in any of these cameras.
So is the broadcast room, is that the transmitter that we're looking for?
Yeah, that's what Dr. Avery was talking about. Likely that's where the like mass signal is going to be routed through. And, you know, when it activates, it will corrupt all of the devices on Verces that have the app, which is so many of them.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to hit level 2.
Fair enough. All right, notable rooms left that have not been explored. Operating theater, experimental chamber.
The operating.
All right. As you enter, are you trying to go in like stealthily?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a stealth check, and you can kind of hit your data pad to unlock it. Okay. Yeah, they'll be unaware with that. An adjustable steel operating table lined with sterile linens stands in the southern half of the room. Next to it is a cylindrical metal waste receptacle containing bloody gauze and an amputated human arm. Across from the door, to the east, is a freestanding wheelable cabinet holding surgical implements and equipment. You see in here, there are 4 Verthani, again, kind of, you know, the natives of this planet, characterized by much like longer, ganglier limbs than regular humans and like pure black eyes. 4 of them are wearing surgical scrubs and surround an operating table on which lies a human, the human that they appear to have just amputated the arm from. You see, they are attempting to suture the arm of a Velstrak to the stump. Those of you who were there for that fight, the other session, that was the like pain-addicted monster from the Plane of Shadow with the 4 arms. Looks like they're trying to graft one of those to this human. Give me a perception check. God damn it. What the fuck? I will say MK would have actually got it without the nat 20 that time, but still, that is insane. There is arcane runes and like tech grafted to the table. If you guys interrupt the surgery, you will trigger a trap. I'm gonna say on those really high rolls, both of you can make mysticism checks to figure out what the hell this trap's gonna do.
Probably amputate something.
The amputation trap. 25 will just exactly do it. This is known as the amalgamated suffering trap.
God.
If you activate it, you'll be affected by a very powerful holographic image spell, which will show you horrifying, fearful things. And while that's happening, the secondary effect will also be happening, which will rack you with intense physical pain.
So I stealthily back out of the room and gently close the door.
Okay. Flack, gonna make a check here. Flack, your data pad beeps. Do you look at it?
Yeah.
You have a... I guess, yeah, we could say it's on vibrate. That makes sense. You see there is a text message on the screen. It says, sacrifices must be made for any great vision to be realized. Surely you are wise enough to understand that. And then little hyphen, Keon Reese.
Just in case.
This fucking guy.
Just in case there was
I
any
show
doubt.
it to everybody. Look at this.
Yeah, you airdrop it to everybody, and they all see the message. We'll say it's...
Hey, text back, lose this number.
I text back. New data pad. Who dis?
You see briefly, like, 3 little dots. Stops.
Dot.
3 more dots. Then he just doesn't respond. Just you can visually see him considering it and be like, no.
He's like, what the hell? I signed it. These guys. Oh.
All right. There's one more notable room, the one next to below Flak. I'd say we can explore that, and then if you want to take like our midway break before we come back, just take a quick bio break. All right. So, as Flak, I'm gonna say you can use the same stealth check as last time. There's not really anything to notice you in here anyway. You open the door to the experimental station. There's a 10-foot tall steel cylindrical machine in the center of the room, connected by clear plastic wire casings to 3 mesh cages to the east, south, and west. Inside each cage, rabbits huddle in a layer of sawdust. They appear to be, white-coated lab rabbits. And you can see they're all fine right now, but there are blades poised above every cage. If you'd like to make a physical science check on what the actual hell could be going on in here, feel free.
Fucking rabbit trap. What is this?
Flak, you're like, Flak and MK just barely are like, yes, this is a large mass spectrometer. Costs, you get way more than that. You realize that this mass spectrometer, you ready for this? Is not powered by electricity. Instead, it is powered by suffering. That is why the caged rabbits are in there. When they suffer, the centrifuge will start to spin.
Are there not easier ways to power a mass spectrometer?
Are you telling me that you have some fabled power source more efficient than the suffering of rabbits? I just don't believe it.
MK is literally carrying like 16 super futuristic batteries.
Super efficient batteries. I would say honestly, with that check costs, you immediately are like, yeah, they could fully just power this off batteries. There's like literally no need. If you guys want to make an engineering check, you could open the cages.
Can we disarm the fucking blades first?
Yeah, that would also be an engineering check. Flak, stop! What is happening?
I don't know.
That's like,
It's not me.
God, it's like the 6th that one. Yeah, he's like paying bribes to roll 20. Jesus Christ. Yes, you disable the blade trap. It's fine. Between you and the others, you guys can disable that and get their bunnies out.
We definitely get all the bunnies out.
Okay. What do you do with them? You have 4 fucking small-sized bunnies.
Hadn't thought of that.
Hide them in the most innocuous broom closet with nothing sharp and no shadow plane monsters.
What does Grub eat? The alien worm on your ship.
Wow.
I believe... What was that, book 2 of fucking Aeon Throne? I believe it specified that he was an omnivore. Yeah, you could... I mean, you saw, like, these very empty offices, like the ones behind Keon Reese. These, like, just fucking, middle management. They've got nothing in them. Just computers.
Well, let's put them in there for now, and if we have a chance on the way out, let's grab them.
Okay, you'll stash them there. Let's take a quick break. Anyone watching, feel free to stick around for a quick ad here. And we'll be back in a few minutes.
vibe, man. It really does. I love it. I think it's really cool.
Oh yeah,
I've never played one.
It's got a crazy like. I mean, I've played like gothic horror adventures, but that's a very like different type of horror, and it's such like an almost classical one that it's like doesn't really feel the same. But this is very much like, oh, this is like almost too real.
Yeah, it feels a lot like, I don't know, like Freddy Krueger kind of thing. Like it's
Oh
kind of
yeah,
in your mind and in the dark and in your dreams, and yeah.
That it's got big Freddy Krueger vibes for sure. All right, so yeah, where we left off before break, you guys have, I mean, seen all there is to see here. You guys noped out of a few rooms, which is probably a totally fine call. What's the plan? Are we going to second floor? We haven't been there before.
Yeah, I think we want to try and take out that transmitter if we can.
Okay, I'm going to gather you guys up then. So you guys would have to basically go down to, this is the elevator, and it would come out, it's like that steel cage one, if you guys remember, over here. So from the security cameras, you guys would know from these angles that the one south, that's the, like, employee, supposed to be like, what, employee support room is how they phrase it, but like some sort of indoctrination room. The professional development department. And then the broadcast one seems to be the one over there.
Yeah. I'd
Indeed.
like to... Oh, go ahead.
I think you're good. What did you want to do, Flack?
I just wanted to sort of check this door. Is it locked? Do I hear anything behind it?
Give me a perception check.
inspection.
Yeah.
I'll also listen at the door with the radio speakers.
Oh yeah, you pull like the listening device to the door.
Oh yeah, I should use my X-ray specs.
Oh, you did get the X-ray glasses.
Yeah.
Definitely not called X-ray specs in canon, but they for sure is what they are.
Sure.
Yeah, so you guys are like looking and listening in there. It seems to be largely what I described the room was before, like all that broadcasting equipment. You don't see anyone in there. That's about it at the moment. You do see that all of the broadcasting equipment is made of this weird, almost like the black tiling on the floor, this weird, dark, almost light absorbent material. You guys want to make an engineering check on it. See what it is.
Inside the room yet, are we?
No. But you through the door, Flack. You can on a 31. It is nanocarbon. There's a very like finely woven molecule. It's has a very high hardness, and each like section of it has a lot of hit points. So I think just like looking at you, know like this is more a matter of like disabling than being able to break anything. Like maybe you could break it all, but it would you guys would be here for a while.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess I go in.
Okay. As you do, I say now that you're like in here, go ahead and give me a computers check as you're like going over, the materials at the conference table, the computers over here. The back room over there is just like another maintenance room to have enough materials in case things break. I'm gonna lose my mind.
Wow.
I know it hasn't been in a row, but that's like, I think 7 or 8 nat 20s. And you did have one that was 3 in a row. That's 1 in 8,000. It's 1 in 8,000 chance of happening. That's insane.
I don't know what Roll20 is doing, but it ain't random.
Yeah, my family was like, my sister was messaging me like, what's the significance of like the 20s? Are they super rare? I'm like, not by themselves. Well, it's a 1 in 20, but this is rare. Okay. So, yes, on the 39, you determine 2 things. One, on either a like a hack or an engineering check to disable the materials in here, you would be able to have the Penumbra app on all devices on Verces cease to function.
Jackpot.
You also know that this room has holo projectors and is capable of broadcasting holo images and sound to anywhere in the black site. However, Flack, as you go in there, I'm going to need you to make a will save.
Oh boy. Okay. Where's that natural 20 this time?
Luck's got to come around at some point, I suppose.
Damn.
All right. You can feel... You guys have felt it before. Flack, you're under the influence of the signal right now. And if things get any worse, there's going to be problems.
Is this a mind altering?
Let me double check. I have separate notes on the disease that I have to check. Come on, roll 20. Let's behave here. Okay. Yes. So you have been corrupted. Okay. I'm gonna need you to roll a d20, Flack, with no modifiers. Also, yes, let me check if it is one of those that will be affected by it before you do that. This is not technically a mind-affecting effect. This is a curse.
Okay.
And then this is gonna be a flat d20. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. Flack, let me ask you a question first before I get too into this. Are you holding or own anything that is either specifically good aligned, holy, or a silver item?
Choose wisely.
I'm just looking through my stuff here. Give me a sec.
What's it gonna be?
I would think not, but so much crap. No, I don't.
Okay. And then I'll tell you one nice thing that's happening right now. I'm not gonna tell you what else is going on, but I will tell you that you currently have DR4. The only thing that gets through it is good aligned weapons.
Okay.
Isn't that just lovely? Alright, what do you do? Oh.
Do I know I've been affected somehow?
I was reading through. I said there was kind of like a tingle at the back of your mind, but you do not know right away.
Okay, well, hey guys, should we start turning this stuff off? Unplug it?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay,
Sit.
follows Flack into the room.
You said it was an engineering check to sort of start disabling this stuff?
Yes, it'll be an engineering check to like physically do it, or you could do a computer's check, or you could smash it, but like I said, that would take a very long time.
Let's engineer it. Help me out, brother.
All right, 27. Okay. And then 29. You two working together, both of those would do it. You guys work in tandem, and one by one shut off all parts of the computer that would broadcast the signal and broadcast the app itself. All around Verces, a lot of citizens get very confused as their prize Penumbra app, which is supposed to release soon. It already has some nice features. They try to open it, and it just boots back to the home screen.
We did it. Let's get the hell out of here.
Additionally, what I'd like to do, I think,
Okay.
for a little backup, is can I rig this thing maybe with a grenade to explode if somebody tries to like power it back up, or
to hurt the person powering it back up. You would know one grenade probably wouldn't damage this equipment very much, but it could damage someone. Yeah, I would say probably be like a sleight of hand type thing to pull that off. Yeah. Just to set up a trap. Yeah, I would say. So this isn't a remote detonation. You're saying basically like if they, open the computer panel, for example, like it's gonna go off.
Like as soon as power hits it, it goes off. And I'd like to use the one of those grenades that affects batteries and computers. Solar flare grenade.
Okay. Yeah, you rig
have
a solar flare in there.
Solar flare grenade Mark II.
All right. You wire that into the panel. If people mess with it, it will go off. While you're doing that, MK is gonna have to make a will save as well. I see you're in that room. I'm very curious to see.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Is it a mind-affecting effect? Because it says at the 23rd. Unless it specifically targets construct.
It is specifically it's like a curse effect, so it doesn't actually. It's like a weird thing where it's like kind of messing with your mind, but it's not a mind affecting mechanically. Yeah, it's a weird interaction. Okay, so that's a 21. Let's see. Okay. Nothing happens. You're good.
Can I detect magic in here?
Yeah.
I assume I would feel, if making the will save, I would know that something was happening, right?
You can glance around and see what's going on.
Magic spells, effects, items and objects, creatures.
I'd say on that detect magic, you have detected this before. It seems like the Penumbra shadow signal is going particularly strong in this room.
Even after we kill the transmitter or repeater or whatever it is?
Yes. I'd say give me a mysticism check, actually. In this room, it was being routed. The cursed signal was being routed for broadcast to the planet, but the signal itself that's being fed into the machines is coming out of the shadows in this room.
I will relay that information to the group. And advise everyone not to come in here. Something's going on.
Okay, you said you're trying to remove affliction on Flack? Is that what you said? What did you say you're doing? Sorry.
I'm just telling everyone not to come in.
Oh, okay. All right.
I assume I don't know that anything happened to Flack. I wasn't in here when that went down.
All right. What do you guys do now? Do you go over to the other room?
What's over here?
That was like the computer
Glass?
equipment. Yeah, so it's like glass. It's like, imagine a glass partition in a studio that can also be a screen, like a TV screen if it wants. But this is where like the computer equipment was.
Okay, did we check this room?
That was what I was saying on the cameras. That's like the maintenance room.
Okay, so quite not much in there, but a mop and a bucket.
It's like spare computer parts to make this stuff work.
All right. What do you guys want to do?
That's really good. You guys could try to go down to the bottom room on this floor. You've been to the third floor already. You could also try to get into the basement.
So, what was this again? These are some cubicles, and these are some.
These are people getting, like, those. God, what are they called? The scalpels.
The surgical implant.
Yeah,
scalpels,
like put them right into their arms. Everyone else is hooked up to a computer. Some of them look like they've been flagellated. Some look like they've been stabbed. They're all staring straight ahead. Their computers covered in like electrodes with wires going to those computers.
Yeah, I don't know that I see any reason to go in there, but if you guys want to, we can.
Koss, are you going over there? Slash, I guess, are you going to either the blue curves are like viewing windows? It's like a one-way mirror to look inside. Okay. So you're just are you like, so you're just looking into this room? Or like, okay, so if you're just looking in the room, go ahead and give me a will save. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Go ahead and give me a d20.
I'm really happy to be a mystic right now.
Really happy to be a mystic. Okay, so let's see. Oh, that one you're not going to know about till it happens. Alright. I'm going to put a little note in your blue bubble about what's going on over there.
Don't like that.
Just to run my notes. Flack, you got a little VR there, don't worry about it. Koss, you got a VH, don't worry about that either. If you're just looking and not interfering with the room, feel free to you can go to the elevator. MK, are you taking a look in the room as well?
I mean, what did we... Yeah, I guess so.
I will say real quick, I was gonna cast detect affliction again. So I don't know if that would also trigger myself as beeping, but
as you cast detect affliction, I'm gonna need you to make a caster level check. No. Oh, sorry, the 16 was your roll from before. I thought that was the roll just now. I'll wait to see what your caster level check roll is. MK, I mean, if you want, you can make a perception check in there. See if there's anything you might have missed on the cameras. There's not really anything to take or grab in here. You look in, you think most of these people are have either gone mad or have like retreated so far into their minds as to not be present in this situation.
Gotcha.
What do I roll for a caster level check?
Just a d20 plus your caster level.
Alright, so plus.
I'm excited to see. This could matter a lot, potentially. Costs. You're pretty sure you've fallen prey to the shadow corruption of the app.
Damn, knocked him off the internet.
Clearly not. Oh wait, did he go by? Okay. Clearly, like, not as much. I mean, you saw the fucking sports team on Elysium. They were like full killing each other over the signal. So clearly, you're not that far along, but it is affecting you.
I was just
Glad
like,
I'm not affected.
like stumble away from the mirror, but I don't know how, I don't know when. It might have been the shadow worm things, but I've been infected.
Bet it was those goddamn bunnies.
It was always the
Should've
bunnies.
killed them.
Yeah, you guys shouldn't have fallen for that. Obviously, it was a ploy.
MK reaches for Zachi's survival knife.
we gotta take those buddies out. Alright. That's all there is on level 2. You've been to level 3. What were you saying?
Can I cast Detect Affliction on Cost to get some idea of, like, how severe, or maybe a mysticism check or something?
I would say
Affliction?
you'd be able to detect it now, because he just detected it. I would say it'd be a mysticism check to, see how severe.
God, this roll.
Okay.
Garbage.
I would say on a 25, you think, like, how far it's progressed, he's probably somewhere between a fifth or a third of the way to total corruption from the signal.
I'll share my mystical opinion with him. And with whoever else is nearby. The corruption is spreading slowly, it seems.
As you guys have that conversation, kind of walking back to that Y junction, Flack, you're by Zashi, doing whatever, getting ready to go in the elevator. Flack, for the briefest moment, you hear the jangling of, like, heavy metal chains clinking off of each other.
What the fuck was that? Did you hear that?
Zashi, you heard nothing.
Shake my head at him.
Oh, I sworn I heard some chains. Whoa, you sure you didn't hear anything? You couldn't have missed it.
No, but you're more perceptive than I am, so... She looks like her head at the door. Doesn't see anything.
Fair.
Well, that's weird.
Alright. You guys have multiple key cards. You know from his office how to use both key cards and the panel to get down there. Do you guys do anything else before you descend?
Does anybody need a 10-minute break?
That's what I was just about to ask for.
Yeah, you guys can spend a resolve point if you want.
I'm gonna save mine.
Okay.
However, while everybody else is taking a 10-minute break, I am gonna detect affliction on everyone to see if anyone else is afflicted as causes.
I'd say Koss kind of showed you how the affliction was on him, so you would also need to make a caster level check as you look at the rest of them.
Do I add my caster? Just the
It's just
level?
raw caster level.
Is there any way I can help him on this since I did it already, and just kind of point out what to look for?
How long does the spell last? Okay, function. Duration instantaneous.
Yeah, it's instantaneous, but it's just a cantrip, so it's
Okay.
not a...
I would say since you also have it, you could you will also roll a caster check, kind of like a normal skill check. If you clear, 10 is easy because you have a plus 10. We're gonna say if you clear a 15, you will give him plus 1 on this, which could make all the difference. Yeah, you got it.
Nice.
So now it's a d20 plus your caster level plus 1. Flack has also succumbed to the signal. Zashi appears fine.
I'll look meaningfully around the room as I tell everyone that Flack and Koss are afflicted.
What?
How far along is Flack?
How far along is Flack on the mysticism?
Yeah.
Pretty much the same tier of information on a 23 as it was the 25. Somewhere between a fifth and a third of progression. And that's not to be like, it's not exactly a fourth or anything, just like somewhere in that spectrum.
Well, I can try to remove this corruption via magic. I don't know if it'll work. You're not
we do.
that far along, so
I know you do have a couple of spell gems of restoration,
that is true.
so you have to use a spell slot or whatever. I don't know.
Okay, cuts a couple rails of restoration up.
Yeah, you crush the spell gem. You cast restoration. Doesn't seem to help.
Damn.
Fuck, that was expensive.
Gotta learn somehow. Alright,
That does not appear to have helped.
you guys do that. You have your 10 minutes rest. Any final things before you descend?
I think we're good to go.
Drag you guys over. On the way, this level seems to be like almost as much distance as it was from the surface to level 1, which was a lot. Seems to be the same from, presumably level 2 to this level 4. So, you're in the elevator for high-speed elevator, still takes about a minute, maybe 2 minutes. You're deep in the planet at this point. As you descend, Koss, kind of look around you. Sure, the light of the elevator's, it's dim, like it always is. But something about it, you feel a little bit of a malaise, like, wash over you. The colors just seem a bit dimmer. Doesn't seem as impressive in what was once a very impressive technological elevator. Alright. And then...
He's just gonna chalk it up to, must be too dark. My dark vision must have kicked in. Something like that.
Fair enough. You guys touch down. And you end up in a room that looks like... Stop clawing my chair, dude. Clearly this is a mix of the Collider Like, clearly this is like meant to be a sciencey wing of the building. Also appears to just be a heavily fortified bunker.
Is it magic?
You don't immediately detect any magic in this room. You do see that this door is partially cracked. That one is like for once a very physical, like, opens inward door. And beyond that point, you see a shifting curtain of shadow. What do you guys do?
I'll throw on my X-ray visor real quick and see if I can see anything the other side of that door that's cracked open.
Yeah. Perception check.
All right, you make a perception check. You put on the specs to look through that door that's cracked open. Okay. This room seems to have like a bunch of old scientific equipment. It seems to have some of those like old robotic stuff that you saw in some of the surgery rooms, but nothing really jumps out. Nothing really seems active on your checks there. Looking through that door, this is on the one that's cracked, not the room to the left, right?
Correct.
Okay. Despite your X-ray abilities, you cannot see through the shadowy curtain. And I don't mean it's like a physical curtain, just like banks of shadow. You can't even tell how deep it is. Is it like a foot barrier? Is it the whole length of that room? Hard to tell.
Yeah, guys, there's something I can't see through over there. So I want to look through the wall into this room as well.
Okay. Through that room, that is another maintenance room. Appears to have a bit more features than the other computers did in maintenance rooms. And you can also see that, like, the back wall is literally just carved out of ice in the planet.
I'd like to go in there and look around.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
Flack, what's your flat-footed KAC? So it's KAC -2?
I cannot be flat-footed.
Okay. What is your KAC?
My KAC is 29.
Okay, well, you were the first one to step out. 29, you said?
Yeah.
You step forward, and you see at the end of one of the robotic arms, it moves. There's like a long spike of metal that just rams into your back from behind, kind of going through the ribs, up through the right shoulder.
Jesus.
You are going to take, first of all, you're going to take some damage. I need some more D6s. There's one.
Oh, you don't need any more. It's fine.
You are going to take 19 damage. No, sorry. I can't frickin' count. 15 damage.
15?
Additionally, I need Flack to make a will save. Flack, unfortunately for you, there is now a small microchip drifting through your bloodstream. Faster than anyone can react to see you, like, pause and notice that something's wrong, that you see you getting stabbed, you see in front of your eyes a flickering image of Kaon's face as he tells you, act normally until you get in here, and then you'll do whatever I say.
Do I have to go along with it? Is this?
I'm gonna whisper to you specifically.
Okay, is gonna look to see if there are any other spike traps poised before he steps out to try to heal Flack.
Now that you're wise to the shenanigans, you would be able to spot that there are no more.
Oh, that hurt, guys. I'm all right though. I want to search this room though while I'm here. Yes.
Yeah, of course. So you're gonna search the maintenance room. You see that there are controls for the lighting in here, security features. All the doors can be locked in this level. That's without a perception check needed. On that one though, I mean, it's bound to happen eventually. That is about all you see in here.
How much here, guys?
Additionally, though, I'm going to need you to make a fortitude save. As you go in there, the room is extremely cold with the ice at the back. Nothing magical about it. It's just, do you have any
I have a
heat and stuff?
+5 cold resistance, so...
Oh, then you're fine. It would have done some cold damage because it's a bad environment, but you're good. All right. Cool. I mean, business is normal, guys. What are we doing?
Everything's cool, man. So,
Everything's good.
Yes, we gotta check.
there's you said this door is cracked, right? And then there's
Yep.
somewhere like on the other side of it, there's like sort of some kind of shadowy curtain.
Yeah. So, also, sorry, now that you walked over it, you'd have been able to see it, that you can see through the floor in the middle. Couldn't see it from the elevator. Ahead in the shadows, it's really hard to see through it. It seems like you can make a perception check to try to see through it, but it's very thick. And it appears, even if anyone has dark vision, it appears not to be affecting it right now. Flack, you think it goes at least a few feet thick? MK, you would think that after about 10 feet, the shadows will thin a little bit, enough that you'll actually be able to, see. Additionally, yeah, as you guys look through the clear part of the floor now, this, weird observation deck, you can see the room, there's, a room below you, carved out of twinkling ice. You see the level below has a muddle of wires and tubes. Appears to be a small section of an immense machine. If the curvature is to be believed, maybe as big as this whole facility. To the east, you see the chamber opens out into a balcony that looks out into a deep crevasse. Seems that freezing snow and wind are whipping through that room. You guys already actually identified this upstairs with your proper checks. This is the particle accelerator. However, you guys can all make mysticism checks as well. On a 30, assisted by Flack, that's going to be just enough at 32. You guys already knew that it was going to be using some planar energy, as well as the particle acceleration. You realize, MK, with Flack kind of explaining what he's feeling in words emanating from it, this thing is saturated with shadow plane energy. And this close to it, anything down here could also have the ability to be saturated.
We shouldn't spend too much time down here.
Agreed, for sure.
The veil between the planes is thin.
Oh, it is very thin. Do you guys start going down the hallway?
Yeah, I'll tell everyone that I think the shadows should thin out in about 10 feet. And before we go in, I'm going to activate my my starlight form.
Hey guys. Ow! Oh my god, that's so bright.
Oh, yeah,
It's-
Let me go ahead. I'll signal once I get through it.
All right, you stealth ahead. Go ahead and give me a.
If I don't respond fairly quickly, please come after me.
do.
You go ahead and give me a. Oh, Koss offers to be a meat shield lead. I don't know what you guys do with that.
I'm happy to go behind Koss.
Okay, so general marching order seems to be Flack is stealthing ahead, Koss is next, MK is after that. Zashi, where are you in that equation?
Actually, I should probably go dead last so that I don't blind anyone.
Okay, so in that case,
I will enable my cloaking field.
Okay, cloaking field's on.
No pun intended.
Do some shenanigans to put you in the middle of two squares to make it look cool. All right, you guys enter the shadow curtain. You start walking through it. You guys succeeded the perception check. You know that it's only about 10 feet of shadow. But up ahead, you see the room it's leading to, and it doesn't seem to be getting closer. You see a metal platform built into the ice rises some 15 feet to the west. A ladder leading up to it. A control panel built into the machinery houses a complex set of buttons and switches. Above, a huge screen occupies most of the wall. And a pallid male Verthani in a dark business suit stands on the platforms and spreads his arm in welcome. You see this lovely man standing before you.
It's him.
In the flesh. We meet again, Keon Reese announces.
Partially, anyway.
His jet black eyes and crazed grin give his face the appearance of a mask. Oh, these are my associates, of course. You see two, kind of out of the shadows, two weirdly muscular Verthani standing to either side of him. Their armor has been purposefully cut in places to expose parts of their scarred flesh. You can see that burns on their chests form the shape of a humanoid skull with chains through its eye sockets. Their faces are mangled by ritual scarification and piercings through the bridges of their nose, cheeks, and foreheads. A blade is grafted into each Verthani's left arm at the elbow. So their left arm, not like the surgical tools that were in the other guys. At the elbow, it just becomes a blade. You know, I used to believe that poverty... Yeah, like T-1000. He's like, you know, I used to believe that poverty was the scourge of the galaxy. That overcoming it would create better worlds for my friends, for everyone. And then Dr. Gergant, she showed me the truth. I now know that pain is the real enemy. Pain is a plague that preys on both the rich and the poor. He indicates the screens behind him, and you see images of amputees, starving children, wounded soldiers in active war zones, and sick elderly humanoids of all species. Now, some people may be able to cheat death, but pain is inescapable. It's always with us. And Dr. Gergant has worked for years to eliminate pain. And she failed. Well, until her transformation brought her enlightenment. There's only one way to conquer pain, friends, and that's to change our perception of it. That's the gift she offers. Will you accept? At this point, the weird stretching effect stops, and you find yourself in the room.
Do I think we're in the room, or do I think we're in the shadow plane now?
Give me a mysticism check. Oh, it didn't upload my token. That's okay. He'll just be a square.
This is a tight room for a boss fight.
Unfortunately, there are not any completely cool scarification ones. But this token's pretty close.
That's alright. Yeah.
Oh, she's lovely.
Oh, indeed.
Black eyes like a doll's eye.
So you guys can go ahead and move yourself anywhere up to about these 3 squares. You could probably squeeze somewhere in the 4th. Remember, they're 15 feet above you guys on a platform.
I'm just gonna go to the end of the hall here.
So, do you accept? I also need everyone, as you exit the shadow fog, you hear that phrase echoing in your mind again. There's only one way to escape pain. That's to change our perception of it. Everyone this time, give me a will save. MK, you're still fine. Black, doesn't get any worse. Koss, it's getting a little worse, buddy.
Oh no.
Zashi is also affected. So Zashi, this is your first time. I need you to go ahead and roll a d20 for me. Koss, you, my friend, things begin to get a little bit foggy. You're having a hard time focusing. And you just can't quite figure out what would stop that. Zashi, okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. You get a urge you've never really felt before. I mean, you're a very proficient warrior. You fought empires, you've fought all sorts of monsters, you fought this company. But not before now have you really had the urge to scar someone purposefully. You think that next time you go in to attack, you get these images in your mind. You know just what would be good to leave a scar with any of your weapons. So yeah, that's what's happening. Apart from that, he's just kind of looking at you.
I would like to shoot him. Can I shoot him, please?
I would say give me... you want to shoot him?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to give me a sleight of hand check. And I want everyone else in the party to give me a perception check. Nope. It's not a 39.
Jesus.
You're acting normally up until that point. Kaon frowns and he's like, I thought it would work. And you get his orders, Flack. You turn around and you shoot Koss point blank. This is going to be against his flat-footed EAC, which is 2 lower than his regular. And since he is flat-footed, it would do Flack if it hits. Koss, what is your EAC? I think that misses.
22.
And that's with flat-footed? Oh, you're in 22 going down.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
Your eyes go wide. You see Flack spin around, tries to fucking quick draw the pistol on you, and you just like smack his hand out of the way. The laser blast, boom, impacts the wall. Let's roll for initiative.
Hey, man, I don't know what's going on, man. Sorry.
As we roll for initiative, he's kind of like, I guess I should have mentioned. Flack works for me now.
Oh, yes.
Alright,
Thank God most of us beat Flack.
that is very good. Alright, Kaon Reese is going to get a 24. His Verthani disciples, however, only get a 15. Alright. Oh, if Roll20 wants to let me do that, Jesus. There we go. Alright. Zashi, you've just seen this go down. What do you do?
I think she's going to. Can I push past my allies here?
Yes, you can move through allied spaces.
Yeah. So she's gonna come up here, and I want to fire this rifle at Kaon Reese, the new one.
Okay.
The ice carbine. So I will just use my laser rifle. Promise one day I will put my weapons in.
Alright, just changing up the music for this final fight here. Alright. So this is the cold one. The cold one is a physical bullet, so I believe it is against KAC technically. Got a 30. That does indeed hit his KAC.
Good. Okay, so this is 14. Ugh. Garbage roll.
Alright. You shoot him, crack! Bullet goes off. Cold spreads over his shoulder. No, I don't think that's necessary.
Disagree.
She could enlighten all of you. Why are you refusing?
Is this a cryo weapon? I should
It is. It is a cryo weapon.
know, but- Okay. He takes minus 10 feet to his speed, if that
Okay.
matters. For one round.
I don't like doing this myself, but here we are. He is going to cast a spell on himself, and his voice begins to duplicate. As you see multiple Kaon Reeses take the stage in and around him until there are 6 of him in that square. And his voice is overlapping again. It's not too late. Flack's already with me. It could be any of you. Alright. Cost, that's you.
Can I pick up Black and throw him at Kaon Reese?
Can you do what at Kaon Reese?
Throw Flack at Kaon Reese.
Hey, man.
Flack is small. I will allow it. However, there are 2 caveats. One, you have to succeed at an opposed athletics check with him. The second one is that you have to make we're going to call it a flat strength check to throw him. So both you guys roll athletics.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm a
But
bad
will
guy.
he get a nat 20 though? Anything's possible.
Even with the nat 20, I cannot beat him.
Oh, okay. You try, and Flack is like ducking in and around your arms, being the quick little operative that he is.
Isn't athletics a strength check, though?
Is what?
Nothing, I'm just thinking of
Oh, okay.
I've
Yes,
taken a
but
bunch
I
of
don't
ranks in athletics,
invest
man.
in athletics.
You still have a move action, and I believe Flack, you only have a gun out, so he couldn't op attack you.
Thank God.
But if you don't want to move, in that case, it is Flack's turn.
So I would like to enable my cloaking field, please, as my move action.
Yes, his orders would be to do everything you can right now to shoot and hurt Koss.
Okay, I will do that.
Oh, it's real fucked up.
51 stealth, that should probably do it.
We're gonna have a long conversation back on the ship about this.
22.
This time when you shoot him, though, there's a chance, small chance. This is very against your nature. That will, I believe, not hit because he's not flat-footed.
Oh, thank goodness.
You can make another will save here.
Big money. Big.
It's not enough. You fight it, and you just see him like flickering in front of your eyes again. That's just like, stop it. Give up. You're not getting loose. Alright. That's your turn.
Yep.
MK.
Alright, well, I'm not gonna get close to that melee. But I am going to yell, Flack, what's happening? Why are you doing this? Stop
I
it.
don't know, man.
And I'm gonna cast Hold Person on Flack.
Ooh, that's a
Good.
goodie. All right,
I
what
was
kind of
hoping you had something like that.
is that? What is that? Will save?
That is a Wilson.
All right, Flat, go for it.
DC 20.
Flack holds up. Kaon says, "No, damn it! You two, kill the caster."
Oh, shit.
Do you want to move anywhere, MK?
How high is the ceiling in this little part of the hallway?
'Tis 10 feet, a trench carved through the ice.
I'm just gonna float up and flatten myself against the ceiling. To get as far away from the ground as possible.
Fucking incredible.
Hope they don't have blasters.
Okay, okay. What are they gonna do? The two of them are going to jump down to the floor. They both can make acrobatics checks to avoid damage. They do. They are also going to try to make acrobatics checks to push, like, jump over you guys. That is a nat 20 and a 19 on the dice. They, almost like you, Zashi, the two scarred up women over here bounce off the walls, triangle jumping. I know the squares here are kind of messed up because the map is messed up, but she doesn't have enough speed to get past MK. They are both in these areas. They look at each other. You see they cross their blades, and you guys all hear a deep vroom, 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 vroom. The accelerator below you begins to rattle the floor, and they both release a pulse of dark energy. I need everyone in the hallway to make 2 will saves.
Jesus.
Is that all of us?
It is everyone, yes. Including MK. It'll still hurt you. He's controlling you, but you're gonna get hurt.
Fuck.
Okay, let's see.
Is this a mind affecting effect?
It is not. It is not this time.
Is
Flack?
it a spell-like effect?
It is I believe, a supernatural ability. I will check.
Nothing a spell.
It's a rough book for spell-like abilities, I will admit. Okay. Let's go person by person. Flack. From the first pulse, you take 14 negative energy damage. So it's still just damage, not, debilitating you in a different way. You made the second one, which is going to have it from 17. What is that? 8 damage? Yeah. Okay. So, 14 and then 8 for Flack. Oh, no, that first one with the will was a different one up there. That was, sorry. That was I forgot the first will check was hold person. So, sorry, you do pass both, so it is 7 and 8, respectively. Total of 15. MK, you make one, fail one. You take 7 from the first one and 17 from the second one. Total of 24. Zashi, you pass both. You take a total of 15. Koss, you fail both. You are gonna take a total of 31. As the energy fades from the room, it is Zashi's turn.
Alright, I would like to switch to the Plasma Doshko
Okay.
and annoyed those guys moved away, but in any case.
There is space on either side of him on the platform now. It was full before, there is now space.
Oh, right, I keep forgetting he's...
Oh, he's 15 feet in the air.
Okay, can I do, like, an acrobatics check to try to get up there in some way?
Yeah, I'll let you do an acrobatics check.
I don't know.
Don't you have booster rockets, or I thought you had?
Okay, do you have any booster stuff?
I don't think I do.
I mean, is anyone wearing the Grav backpack? Did anyone put it on?
I thought you had jump jets or something. Maybe that's Flack.
Black definitely has jump jets.
Black has jump jets, yeah, but I thought she had something too. Anyway.
Alright, that is a success. Feel free to put yourself to either the left or the right of him.
Awesome. I'll be here. And, yeah. Back in with the Doshko.
Alright. Go for the swing. Alright, now roll 1d6. On a 1, you'll hit the real him. Anything else destroys a double.
I don't know if matters. Probably doesn't. I got that's a +2 to my 31, so it's actually a 33. I don't
I mean, it'll extra destroy a double.
Yeah.
One of the double, you like swing at him as all 6 of him turn to smile at you with that weird rictus grin of his, and one of the doubles vanishes. You know, I really... Yeah, okay, so go ahead.
Oh no, she's just gonna smile and be like, 1 down.
You know, this is really just unfortunate. I was hoping you'd stand down there, but I guess it's not to be. You see, out of a pocket, well, I guess out of all of their pockets, they pull out a small spherical ball, almost like a grenade. And you see his hand glows with that purple light. The lines fill in with purple as well. This does not look like MK's, glorious light of Triune. This is like a sickly, evil purple. All right, ladies. You know the drill. Keep it together. He is going to attempt to land this spell grenade right on top of the middle woman. Okay, let's give me an attack roll. Okay. Doesn't crit or anything, but it lands there. The grenade, electricity rages through the hallway. Everyone in there is going to make, let's see. This is going to be a fortitude save for all of you. And that includes the 2 women, although they have a bonus because of some boss shenanigans. Wow, that doesn't even split. They got a nat 20 and a nat 1. Okay. Flack, that is a fail. MK, that is a fail. One of the girls failed as well, and so does Koss. Koss, or everyone that fails, you all, on any given turn, while this spell is in effect, whenever you take an action or a reaction, there is a 50% chance that you don't, as arcane electricity seizes up your muscles.
Wow. Dislike.
So, yeah. That is his full turn, though. No, great minds, MK. We both did the lightning bolt symbol. Koss. What you doing, bud? Alright, Koss runs into the room. You don't even roll a check. Flack is still fucking paralyzed. You can push by him. Eager to see. How long does a hold person last, by the way?
1 round per level.
Round per level. Oh, okay. So that's a good amount of time.
Concentration.
Does he have a tablet or anything you can take away? Excellent question. He does not have a tablet. Got a lot of prosthetics in there. Not a tablet. Oh, to hack. Not really. He's got a data jack in his arm, lets him do stuff, but he can't hack a data jack itself. That's like the means of entry to hack. Although costs, if this affects what you do, as you got hurt by... Actually, no, you haven't yet, because you didn't take damage from the shock. Never mind, continue. I won't reveal your secrets just yet. But yeah, what do you want to do? You can shoot him, you can continue the move and try to climb up to him. But whatever action you do, you have to roll 50-50. You can do a D100 or a D2, that's up to you. Okay.
Someone's gotta figure out how to fix flat.
Your move actions go up there. That will climb past him. You see he spins like an ultra thin switchblade around his fingers and is going to try to stab you in the side. That is a 23 against KAC, which I believe you deflect. Alright, then you can take an action while you're up here, but it'll be 50-50 if it works. Alright, well, while you decide that, I'm gonna... Flack, you're gonna make a... Can you make another save against hold person?
I don't think so. I think it's just once at the
Is it a mind affecting effect?
Yeah, it is mind affecting compulsion.
Okay, you inject that syringe into him. Or you try. I need you to first of all roll 50-50 to see if that happens, and then it'll be if you do make it happen, it'll be a D. Sorry, the last one should have been a D7. Or no, it was a D6. I was wrong. So yeah. Cost will do the 50-50, see if that syringe even goes through, and then he has to go through mirror image as well. Before we deal with the hold person shenanigans, costs. You get another will save. Alright, lows on the 100. Your body muscles contract with electricity. You do not stab him. And we'll see, because this will affect the rest of the turn if you can break free of Reese. Go ahead, Flack. And see if you get this will save.
So I'm doing a will save now against hold person?
No, this is against Reese's microchip. It's getting easier each time, but not that easy yet. You are still under his control.
Okay. Now against the whole person?
Now against the whole person. Because it's your full round action to get out of his spell. That was just like a thing that happens at the beginning from Reese's spell. Does 21 get out of you, your spell, MK?
It's, I think it's DC 20, but I don't see anything about getting another chance to save in the Texas.
Okay.
I have Mentalist Bane, so I'll get 2 chances at the same DC.
Okay, so
I would have gotten no originally in this one.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So I think 21 will do it, in which case but that's your full turn. So you're now still corrupted, but free of MK. MK.
And with the other thing is with Mentalist Bane, I can choose whether to let the person who has the whole person on me know that I'm free or not know that I'm free. And I think because I'm being influenced by Kaon that I would not let MK know that I've been released.
Basically, behave as, evilly as Kaon right now. You're going to do whatever you can to injure your team.
Right.
MK, you got 2 people in front of you. You are affected by that, whatever that weird grenade was.
Okay, what is the deal with the grenade again? I have like a percentage chance to not take whatever action I try to take.
50-50 on whether you take the action, yeah.
I'm going to reach out to Flack's mind with my mind link circlet. And
Ooh.
just say, Flack, what are you doing? We need your help. Resist him. And then I'm going to reach into my pocket and pull out a small hockey puck. And I am going to throw the hockey puck as far as I can back down the hallway the way we came.
Color me intrigued. Well, roll 50-50. You want highs or lows? Whether you chuck this thing.
Lows. Always lows.
Okay.
Fuck!
You freeze up. Alright, it is time for the Umbral Disciples. Okay. They are both going to attempt to full attack. That one of them will have to make the 50-50 though.
So I am up against.
Oh,
the
you are
ceiling.
up at the ceiling. So they don't have. They don't have reach, I think, because you're pressed against the ceiling. Interesting. Interesting.
Also, 20% mischance from Starlight 4.
Fuck, that's difficult. Okay.
All kinds of percentile die.
Really?
It's a lot going on. I'm gonna say they are dedicated to their cause. They're gonna try an acrobatics up there to hit you. And I will say one of them does have to. One of them will move, you know, behind you. Okay. So that means she won't be able to full attack you. Only the other one can take a guarded step, so she can still full attack. But she does not get lows. That's 65%. She does nothing.
Love it.
The other one needs an acrobatics check. She does succeed, and she's gonna make one stab at you with that Terminator sword arm.
Yeah.
And okay, now it's mischance, right? So 20%. So she needs to not get a 1 through a 20 here. Or I guess not get a 81 through 100. She'll get through it.
Step parents are dead.
Step parents are dead. That is going to be 35 to hit KAC.
Yeah.
And that's gonna do. It's gonna do 21 slashing damage. As that one hits, she drops to the floor and giggles. Zashi, your turn.
I'm gonna slice at Kaon Reese again.
Hell yeah. Be my guest. That will hit.
Okay, so now I roll to see whether it was the real one.
Yes, so now it is, it was a D6 last time, now it's a D5, yeah, which doesn't exist, but, you know, whatever. Roll 20 will do it if you type it. That's the real him, baby!
Yes!
He smiles, a brief frown flickers as the plasma axe, the Doshko, just vroom, slams into the real him. Enough of that!
Nice.
Nice. That's pretty fucking good damage there.
And are his doubles still up?
They are, yes.
Can I use Cleave, since I hit him, to go ahead and try to hit a double to see if I can take it out?
Technically no, because it's an adjacent enemy, and it's not adjacent, it's still in his square.
Ah, okay, fair.
That's gonna be Kaon. And what's our lover of pain gonna do? It is grenade shenanigans. How much did you do? You did 28?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see, and he's like, it feels good, but I really can't let you get away with that. You see, he holds out a hand. A tendril of darkness extends from your burn wound down the hall to one of the girls over there, and part of his wound heals up as your burns manifest on the other girl.
I'll take it.
So basically, he'll take half damage from that, and she will take the other half. So he gets a few points back. That's just part of his free action to activate that. All right. Let me double check. Flax things don't matter right now because he's still dominated. Okay, so that's all good. So I'm just checking all your corruption things. So all y'all are getting got here. Okay. He is going to attempt to cast this next to you. Let me just make sure it's the same check as I'm thinking of. Okay. He is going to cast a spell. This one is going to be at cost this time. Costs, I need you to make the initial save is going to be a will save as his hand glows with purple energy and reaches out to grab one of your horns. Your whole circulatory system lights up dark purple in your veins as he begins to rewire your flesh and DNA. You are going to take 7 slashing damage, and each round you can attempt a fortitude save to half that until it's done. He's not gonna move yet. He's pretty cocky. All right, Cost, that's you. So make a fortitude save, see if you take more damage. All right, you have... Wow, that was a terrible roll by him. You have 4-2 damage. Yeah, you can feel like just fire in your veins right now. Combat tracking eye powers up as your eye glows red looking at him. Let's see it. Vroom! Sword strikes forward. That'll absolutely hit EAC. Go ahead and roll a... you took another... You hit the real one last time, so it's still a D5. And if you hit a 1 on the D5, it'll be the real him. And if not, take out an additional double. Oh, slash R is the... That was close, though. I do it backwards all the time. Take out another double. The man's got 3 doubles left. Flack. Things are getting bad, man. It's do or die time.
Will save?
Will save. 3 19s in a row. Wasn't enough the first time. Wasn't enough the second time. The third time, you see his face flicker in front of you as he's like, kill, and the hologram fades from your eyes, and you snap out of the microchip's control.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Hey.
Do I now have an action that I could take?
Yes, that happens at the top of your turn. You got your whole turn ahead of you, baby. That was very clutch. That's literally, you needed a 19 this time to get it on the third try.
Alright, so I am going to trick attack with a 44 stealth.
Alright, and were you shocked by the grenade?
No.
Nice, okay.
And I am going to use my elite semi-auto pistol this time.
Excellent.
30 to hit.
30 will hit. However, first make a 50% check. Or no, sorry. You're not. I mean, this is the D4 because he does have doubles. You don't get through those with by failing that other one. Your shot rings out in the room, and he dodges. Another double's gone. He's got 2 doubles left. Damn it! Damn it all! I made it easy for you, Flack. You could have just gave in, and Gargant would have shown you the way. Instead, you'll have to die here like the others.
I just flip him the bird.
Ah! Just yells. MK. Oh, yeah. You do think that. Well, I mean, it didn't. It's fine. We'll say that you had got a double, because that's my bad.
I'm glad you broke out flat, because I was about to irradiate this whole hallway.
Jesus Christ.
I have been poring over the rules for radiation sickness.
It's bad, dude. It's complicated, but also
bad.
deadly.
There's a lot of saves, but if they fail, it's super bad.
So wait, is MK's wearing the fucking, wearing Lenny right now, right?
Yeah. So Lenny should be thrilled.
Lenny kind of chimes in here as he's just like, this is Lenny. Your pain levels are very satisfactory right now. Greatly enjoy. However, I can't help but notice that you are still being affected by some electricity in your body. You should stop that.
MK just kind of rolls his eyes. Well, Lenny, if you got any ideas, be my guest.
Well, I could help you target someone specifically. You feel like, not like Klaus's metal eye that like actually like, you know, zooms in like an iris. He briefly like sparks something behind your cornea, then your eye like zooms in and like looks at one of the women. I can help you target them. Sorry, just being helpful. Like zooms back out.
That's terrifying. That's alright, Lenny, thank you. I would much
Life is
rather-
terrifying.
You're telling me, buddy. I would much rather her make a will save.
Okay. Give me your 50% check.
Fucking 50% check. Awesome. Just getting the shit kicked out of me on the ceiling here. That's cool.
It looked like you were trying to do something there. Can I help? Didn't seem to work. Just kind of pops up like fucking a little image of like Clippy from fucking Word pops up in front of your vision.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I can see you're trying to kill someone there. How can I help?
You like a template?
He's like, oh, there's a template for that on Excel? That's fucking weird. Alright. I think...
How long does that grenade last? That's fucking infuriating.
It's not great, I'm not gonna lie. You're getting there. We're getting close. Kinda.
Yeah, so are my hit points.
Okay, so, Reese is gonna yell at them, and he's just like, damn it, the rat's free! Kill him first! She's gonna 5-foot step. She's gonna try to acrobatics past you, Flack. Flax, what's your remind me of your this is your KAC plus 8 that she's got to exceed to get over you.
That would be 37.
She does not. That's good though, because the other one moved first, so the one that can actually hurt you can't reach you. All right, 50% mischance. Oh, they needed lows. That is a 52. She fails to act again. We trained for this. Zashi, that is you.
Winging a K-On again.
Okay.
Just chopping away.
I'll say the man is burning through spell slots right now. Potential hit with the Doshko. The laser axe flies forward, and it is a D3 now. Oh my god, unerringly, again you hit the real one. Holy
I think that
hell.
maybe when he threw that grenade, maybe she could tell where the grenade kept to exist.
Yeah, I think she like saw where the real one like exited the illusion.
Yeah, she got a clue.
God damn. Alright, fucking roll the damage on him. Let's see, can he do his heart shit again? No, he cannot. He's gonna take the full amount of this. Ah, how are you doing that? Look, that just won't do. He's gonna do the same thing he did to Koss. He's gonna reach towards you, try to grab your shoulder, and rewire your flesh. Okay. Give me a will save for Zashi. It's possible. It's possible. Got my dice ready, though.
Alright.
Oh! Yeah, I will tell you right now, he's a really high DC. You beat it, though. You see the purple light that, like, flooded Koss's veins? It just rebounds into his hands with a spark. It's like, ah! Damn it all!
Right here.
Koss. Go ahead and make another fortitude save, because it's your turn. We'll see if this halves your damage in your veins. Oh my god, it does. And he rolled like trash, too. You take 3 damage. Just for reference, if he failed that save, it could have been up to 18 damage. But so far, it's been 4 reduced to 2 and 6 reduced to 3. Alright, Koss. He vroom, vroom, ducks out of the way of both. I'm going to say you don't need to roll the D100 because those miss anyway. Flack.
Okay, I have a quick question.
Yes, sir.
When I was affected by the signal, since I've been affected by the signal, you said something about only good aligned weapons get through?
You have DR against them. You have DR4.
What does that mean?
Basically, it'll reduce it by 4 damage.
Okay. So
I'll tell you right now, none of these guys have good aligned weapons. So any hit you take in this fight, reduce it by 4 damage.
Okay. I won't go retro, but going forward, I'll try to remember that. Okay, cool.
You can add 4 back if you want. I don't think that was a while ago. I think that's fine for you to add 4 back. Not a problem.
So I am of my own volition at this point. I can do what I want to do. And I am going to attack counters. I'm going to ignore the ladies
Okay.
threatening me.
Stealth check works. Fortunately, 14 does not work. The gun goes off again, but does nothing.
Alright, I am going to use my move to just... Is there you said he's up on a 15-foot sort of,
Kind of like a metal ship gantry, you know, like the diamond fucking pattern, that kind of thing.
Is that only on that side over there? Or
It's basically the 3 squares that they're on, is like the overhang.
Okay, I'll come over here all the way to the corner then.
Okay.
And yeah, that's my turn.
All right. MK, that is you.
Alright. Well, I'm not gonna hang out back here in the hallway, so I'm gonna try to fly up into the room up to 15 feet.
You
So I
can.
have to make a 50% check to see if I move.
Not on the movement, on whatever action you're gonna do, you do though.
Wait. And I'm gonna cast a spell, so
Okay. You fly up into the room, you know, glowing with your starlight form. And maybe
nope.
seize up.
Safe.
Okay. Unfortunate. That's the ladies. Well, aren't you all out of their reach? Well, except for Flack. Alright, they're gonna run up on you, Flack. I know that's like under... It's like under Zashi, technically, like below the platform. They both had to move, though. One of them's gonna make... this time she does get through the 50% chance. There's gonna be 2 integrated blades. Okay, I mean... 38 and 33.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I figured they might. Yeah, when they actually can do something, they do damage. Alright, first one is 24 damage. Second one is also 24 damage. Also, that is the end of their turn. We are back at the top of the order. I'm happy to keep going if you guys want to. We could also stop at the top of the order and finish the fight next time.
I would like to keep going, but I should probably head out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we should call it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm fine with that. This is about the time we normally call it anyway. So we'll stop there. We'll come back in on Zashi's turn. Things are going down. I will tell you right now, the lowest health of the 3 of them is Kaon, but none of them are bloodied. So none of them are below half. Alright. Will you guys succeed and shut down the insane Kaon Reese? Maybe now that you have Flack back, maybe you can. Alright.
So,
Good game, guys. If anyone's still watching, I'm gonna try to run a quick ad here, but we will be back next Thursday at 7:15 Eastern Standard Time. See you guys later.